A number of years ago on a bright summer's day, I was sat in the back courtyard of a restaurant in Prague. As I waited for my food to arrive, I looked up to take in my surroundings. What followed was the most bizarre sensation, an intense feeling of having been there before, but never in the real world. For a brief moment in time, I truly felt that I was outside the apartment blocks in the opening chapter of Half-Life 2. The buildings were that same iconic shade of yellow, though perhaps more vibrant, having not been aged by 20 years of Combine rule and neglect. I could have sworn that when I looked down, I would see that playground, the metro cops, the two citizens, and that creepy doll. I cannot overstate just how struck I was by this. It was almost like an out-of-body experience where for a split moment, the physical and digital worlds overlapped. I tried explaining it to my partner, but they'd never played Half-Life 2 before, so I couldn't quite convey what I had just experienced to them. Video games, especially those we played when we were younger, can worm their way into our brains quite unlike other mediums. The worlds feel like places we visit rather than observe, such as we do with film and TV. This is compounded even further when you play games in VR. I'm fortunate enough to visit Prague quite often, so I'm frequently met with these feelings of, oh, that's, as my brain begins to fill in the gaps before I actually realize what it is that I'm looking at. It's not just Half-Life 2 either. Coincidentally, I played quite a few games that are made by Czech developers. Visiting my partner's family cottage in the Czech countryside, it was though I had just stepped foot in Chernobyl, a digital realm I've spent untold hours exploring in Arma and Déjà. It goes the other way too. During lockdown, I started to play Kingdom Come Deliverance, which takes place about a 15-minute drive away from that cottage. My partner and I had to spend months apart due to travel restrictions, and being able to explore a digital recreation of somewhere I had a deep connection to really helped. Then there are cases such as Deus Ex Mankind Divided, whose rendition of Prague felt like the equivalent of trying to run in your dreams. All the pieces were there as such, but it was all jumbled up and I couldn't make sense of the strange facsimile before me. I appreciate that this may not be as highbrow as my previous video, which has performed beyond my wildest expectations, and I can only apologise for the rougher production values. I'm editing and recording this on an iPad in the Airbnb that I'm staying in. Ultimately, I suppose there isn't much point to this video, other than that it's just very strange to experience déjà vu from a game but in the real world. Do you have any such experiences? If so, I would love to hear about them in the comments. I think that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and hopefully the next video is a bit better.